YouTube, geeks all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode, guys. Because we're geeked here on the Glow Sun Geek YouTube channel. Of course, it is the man rocking all Superman today. It is your boy Real. And it's your boy Real. And
Your boy Will, and you know what it did.
yes, sir, you already know what it do. Listen, guys, if you are into geek content as much as we are, you're at the right place, guys. We got a lot to get into today. Mainly, we're going to get into the Black Adam movie. So, to warn you guys, this will be spoilers,
Spoiler, spoiler,
spoilers,
spoiler.
spoilers. Yes. Listen, um, we this movie released last weekend. Kind of gave folks time to kind of go see it before we talked about it. I know it's like a popular thing right now. To as soon as you see it, talk about it and give all your spoilers. Not giving a lot of people time to kind of go in there and enjoy it. Not understand that a lot of people can't see it the day it comes out like some people can. So we're just glad that you guys are here rocking with us on this one. But if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and go watch it. Come back and you guys can catch us here and go ahead and comment down below your opinions on the movie. All right, man. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it because The Rock's most probably biggest anticipated movie that we could think of finally came out. It was about 10 years in the making, and
Yeah.
it finally came out. I know originally he was talking about being Shazam,
hmm
and
hmm
then eventually talked to Warner Brothers, and they kind of came to an agreement about him coming out with a Black Adam movie instead. And I remember when that idea came out and those rumors came out that that movie was going to happen, I was kind of like, well, I can't really see them doing it. Why are they doing a Black Adam movie? He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But in later iterations, he became an anti-hero, kind of like a Venom, kind of character, whatever. But
Mhm.
we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna give you guys our positives, our negatives, and we're gonna give you our overall rating, what we rated out of 10. So let's go ahead and get into it. Cause what is your positive takeaways from the Black Adam movie?
Well, it looks like DC got them another one. It seems like they have an idea of what they need to do when it comes to putting together movies. They just need to do it consistently. But this is a good one. Uh, I like the I like that he was the anti-hero instead of just like a bona fide villain or just a hero. Just the anti-hero was perfect. The saw that evil side of him, saw the and then him being able to have the opportunity to redeem himself. But when it came to him, his violent side. It was, I mean, to me, it was understandable why he was like that because, family and everything. And for him to get the opportunity to no longer use that as a reason to just destroy or just to kill, it was huge. I think if they're able to keep him, The Rock and the Black Adam storyline within the DC, just for instead, because I know they're doing a lot of changes right now. But if they're able to keep him, I think that'd be good. I think it's a good storyline to continue with, and I think it's something to enjoy. The biggest takeaway as far as good was the I'm glad I stayed away from a lot of the other content creators.
Yeah,
Was the post credit scene
yeah.
that part I left. What about you?
Also, I thought you were gonna touch on it. Yeah.
No, no, I'll let you since what you're wearing.
This credit scene has something to do with this, right? Oh, okay. I didn't even know. Just guessing here. I didn't even watch the movie. No, I agree. Listen, the movie was great. Um, right now I'm looking at the Rotten Tomato scores. Critic rating is a 40%, but the audience rating is a 90. It's night and day. Listen, the audience loved it. I know the theater room that me and my wife were in, they were cheering, especially like I said with the post credit scene. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but
Mhm.
um, this movie was completely straight action packed. I know a lot of the critics are kind of talking about the story and some of the dialogue and all that stuff in the movie. Listen, you go to movies for the experience.
Yeah.
They're trained to kind of look at movies in that light which is fine, but the average going audience doesn't look at it the same way the critics look at it. They look, hey, did I have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? That's all they care about. And when you go into this movie, you have a great time, which is why the audience score is a 90 compared to the critic score being a 40. So yeah, I love this movie. I'm going to go see it again probably tomorrow or Sunday after I get off, one of the two. But yeah, to me, I definitely recommend the movie. I was sitting there talking to my wife. I was trying to rank the DC movies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of hard right now because Man of Steel. I've seen that movie like 155 times in the movies. It's like my favorite DC movie, and then it's kind of hard from there because you got Shazam, you got now Black Adam, you got Wonder Woman, you got the second Suicide Squad. You know what I'm saying? You got all these good movies now. Aquaman, all these good movies now. It's kind of hard for me to kind of rank it. I might have to sit down and do that. But yeah, man, listen, a lot of callbacks to a lot of characters that we kind of grew up to know. The Justice Society of America. Never thought we would see that on the screen. I'm so glad we did. I like the cast of Hawkman, definitely of
Yeah.
Doctor Fate. Doctor Fate might have stole the movie, man. Doctor Fate in this movie, man. I got some negatives on that. I'm gonna touch on here in a minute. It's not like bad on his part. It's just what they decided to do with him is gonna be a
Me
negative.
too.
Um,
That's one of my big negatives
yeah, it's
too.
one of my big negatives. But like Pierce Brunson, that was a perfect choice for him. Um, I was kind of hoping maybe they would have added a couple of more, like a Jay Garrett or somebody like that. The original Flash,
Mm-hmm.
Our Man, some other people that were part of the JSA to kind of make it feel like authentic JSA. But I
Yeah.
think they were going with the whole like Hawkman and Dr. Fate were part of that original JSA, and they were just like the two old guys in the group. And then you had these two young guys, and Atom Smasher and Cyclone, that came up behind them. They were going to be the new iteration of the JSA. So I kind of like that. Um, the fact that The Rock, man, listen, I was watching this movie, I started thinking to myself, he might be more powerful than Shazam. Now I know they say the more Shazam shares his powers, the weaker he gets. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's like you having a glass of water that's full. If you start, pouring some water into other people's cup, you're not gonna have that much water left, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like with that. You got this full glass of power. He's divvying out that power to certain people, so you're only gonna have a little bit of power left. So unless like he draws all his power back from his Shazam family, I don't know how powerful Shazam in the DC universe is actually gonna be. But man, Black Adam, though, that dude is a beast.
Yeah.
Um, the villain, I'm gonna get into that in my negatives. Um, but yeah, like I said, with the positives, I had a whole lot of fun. I'm going to go see it again. I love the action. The Rock was born to play Black Adam. You know what I'm saying? You got these characters or you got these actors who you look, you can just say like, yo, this dude was born to be that guy. It's as if like he was purposely created to play this character in a movie. You
Yeah.
got The Rock playing Shazam. I'm sorry, Black Adam. Henry Cavill is Superman. Uh, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? Like you got these certain, or I can't say Hugh Jackman because a lot of people didn't think he was gonna be a good Wolverine, but like these people I'm naming off now, those are people like, yeah, nobody argued. Like those are the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you can even throw John Krasinski in there as Mr. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like those characters are people like those people are like, yo, they're born to be that character. Um, let me see if there's any more positives in the movie. Um, I love the action, and I agree with you. I see the DCU going in a totally different direction right now, like in a positive way. Adding a huge superstar like The Rock, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, let's go ahead and touch on the ultimate positive in this movie, then we'll get to the negatives. You already kind of teased it already. This guy here, listen, man, the post credit scene when you see him say nobody on this planet can stop me, and it was like, yo, how about the universe? And they brought in
Mm-hmm.
Superman. Of course, Amanda Waller was kind of giving him an ultimatum, like, look, man, you stay on Kondak, or I'm gonna have to get somebody in here that's gonna have to kind of keep
Take
you in
your
line here.
seat. Yep.
And of course, we saw Henry Cavill walk through the smoke and as Superman. He is back as Superman. Um, like you said, listen, it wasn't just like other content creators that spoiled this. The Rock spoiled this before the movie came out. He kind of, it's like they couldn't really keep it tight lipped. It's like I gotta tell everybody, and I guess he
Hmm.
felt like with him telling everybody, that was gonna add even more excitement to the movie. You know what I'm saying? So because it's been teased for a while. I think we even talked about it on one of the other previous shows. Is like, we were saying that we were hearing that he might be in, but then like we kind of heard some news like, okay, the director was like, nah, I don't think he's gonna be in it, and this and that and this.
Yeah,
And so kind of found out he actually was. And like I said, the Rockets couldn't hold it in. He pretty much said it himself that he was gonna be in the end credit. So um, that's great news for us, man. I, you know how I feel about Henry Cavill. Like I just said a minute ago, I feel like that guy was born to play Superman. Like he is Superman,
yeah,
especially for today's time. So I'm just really glad to have him back as Superman. But what's your take on it?
yeah. I was mad happy, especially as before this new crew of Warner Brother leadership. I just heard the strife between basically Henry and the leadership, and they feel end up playing Superman ever again. So it's like to actually see him back on the screen in the suit was fantastic. It was it brought chills because to me it gave me that hope of yeah we could get another Superman movie. We could get more, just that the crew of DC starting to move forward instead of just having to constantly build start from ground zero.
Right,
Now they have a chance to start stacking movies together. It's like finally we finally reached this. Finally, looking to turn the corner on the DCEU and start doing some things. So I'm really looking for. I was really happy to see that. I was really happy to see that. And yeah, if I would have seen that The Rock would have spoiled it or the content creators, yeah, I would have been upset. Because that was something special. It just it's really something special. That I mean, the movie itself was good enough to where it didn't need additional hype, you know. It just it's one of those movies where folks go see it that Thursday night, they tell you how dope it is, where the mouth spread like a wildfire, and boom, everybody have a chance to go see it at that point. So he didn't have to. He didn't have to spoil it, but I was happy to be able to see it and see that end credit with Superman walking through that smoke. We got to talk. We
yeah.
got to talk.
Uh,
Fantastic.
The Rock been teasing them fighting for a while, so
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah,
it should be interesting because I think a lot of people are kind of wondering if they're gonna do their matchup kind of like the Superman Shazam versus Black Adam story, like short DC film story that
hmm
came out a few years ago. Um, or they're just gonna probably do a straight up Superman fight. If you want to knock kill two birds with one stone, you have both of them in there fight Shazam. I'm sorry,
yeah,
fight Black Adam. But yeah, we definitely gonna see how that goes, man. I guess this also is a sign that they are stepping away from the Snyderverse completely.
yeah,
Tone is kind of different. It's started to kind of introduce a lot of these characters where they like the JSA does not have a origin story or anything. They already exist. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Perfect, perfect.
yeah, they already exist. So like I said, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to definitely be interesting. I'm looking forward to what is going to come up next for the DCEU. So yeah, we definitely going to have to talk about that. Um, any more positives, man? You want to touch on?
No, that was the main one. Wanted to talk about Superman popping up.
All right, man. Of course, y'all already know whenever there are positives, it's got to be some negatives. So, cuz, go ahead and get into them negatives, man. What you got?
With uh, Dr. Fate dying, it was like I think he was the having Pierce play that role was perfect. He played it phenomenal. The everything about his character was phenomenal. This the acting, the story, up until it was time for him to die. Because for me, it's he as powerful as he is, I understand like they gave it was basically bound to happen because they started talking about his age and how long he'd been around and everything that he's seen.
Foreshadowing.
Started to, yeah, giving that foreshadow that the end was near. But let the end be near in a different movie, you know? We just got him. We just got him. It's I mean, these are between him and Hawkman, like a couple characters that we've been wanting to see on the screen forever. And you can get rid of Dr. Fate like in the first movie. Like I mean, it was heartbreaking to see just because it was so I enjoyed him in the movie, and then but it also brings the curiosity of who will the helmet select next.
That's the
So
question.
yeah, I'm really curious about that. So I mean, outside of him dying, that was the biggest negative for me. Well, that was the biggest negative was him dying, but the positive is the curiosity of who will be next. So, what you got?
Yeah, I forgot who donned the helmet after him. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, a lot of speculation is that the helmet disappeared to go find his next host.
Hmm.
Um, I kind of like the original host of Doctor Fate though, man. Especially if it's gonna be Pierce Brosnan playing it. Like that's like you said, was perfect.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I did not like the fact that he died. So in the comics, like Doctor Fate is very, 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 very powerful. So for
Hmm.
him to kind of get beat that way, I was like, But then I have to also remember, so they're trying to establish that like guys like Black Adam and like Superman are probably the most powerful beings of all of DCU. So I understand, but at the same time, I'm still upset that they killed off one of the greatest characters in DC Comics. So
Yeah.
I really did want Doctor Fate to stay around a little bit longer. Maybe see them in like a solo JSA movie. I mean, down in the future, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it wasn't meant to be, unless they do like a prequel or something. I don't know, but I kind of love to see Pierce Bronson continue that character going forward. But as we just said, he died in the movie, so chances are it's probably not going to happen. Um, I pretty much only had like two negatives. My second negative is how they handle the main bad guy, Sabak. So Sabak is like the evil version of Shazam. Like each letter is like representative of some demons that the person calls on their name and transforms into that, just like Shazam does. Um, I feel like that was kind of an underwhelming character. Like it was just pretty much Black Adam going through and just wiping the floor with Inner Gang. Um, and I kind of okay, I guess I had a moment. Well, it's not really negative; it's kind of nitpick. So Inner Gang is tied to Apocalypse with their technology.
Hmm.
They didn't do that in this movie with Inner Gang. It just made them seem like just like a terrorist group or whatever. And so I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe for the context of the DCEU, I guess you have to do it that way. But I kind of would have wished to see them in some kind of way be tied to apocalyptic weapons. That way you can say like, okay, so Darkseid and them are still out there and part of the DCEU or whatever. So that's why I was kind of upset about that. I'm not too mad, just a little simple nitpick. I just kind of wish that Inner Gang actually was tied to that. But um, yeah, but the Osabak thing, I wish they had that would have been a good fight between a true fight if they had to just like prepared that character a little bit better. Had him go up against I keep wanting to say Shazam against Black Adam. That would have been a fight to see, man. That's like the one. That was like the only three negatives. Uh, Dr. Fate dying,
Yeah.
Sabak at the end, and then I kind of wish Inner Gang was actually tied to New God's weapons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's probably all negatives I got. What about you?
Um, let's see. Have nah, just nah. I think overall it's just a good one. Yeah, it was Dr. Fate. Uh, it was a little that it was. I mean, it's a comic book movie, so I really can't judge it too much. I was about to say him in the Arctic in that water when he was coming out. It's like, um, did he like hold his breath the whole time to get up there, or what? For him to finally be able to talk.
No, I was
That's just
thinking the way he pulled it off when he got out the water. Why didn't you just
do it
pull it
there.
out there?
Yeah,
You could put it out there or whatever, and been out a whole
yeah,
lot too. But
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
comic movies.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just nitpicky comic book movie, but it is what it is. But overall, it was a great movie. Yeah, it was for me. It was just Dr. Fate, major character that I enjoy. Wanted to, especially just it was mainly seeing having Pierce back on the screen and wanting him in another comic book movie as Dr. Fate. I think it would have been amazing. So unless they do kind of like a flashback at different times. Unfortunately, we won't have the opportunity to see him. That's up to fit again. RP.
R.I.P. Man. Let me ask you about two things. What did you think about Superman's look in the movie?
It was brighter than what it had been.
Gold behind the S was brighter too. I like that.
Yeah, it actually it stood out. It
Yeah, he got the
like
little S
I think
curl.
Yeah, I think the what surprised me. So, like you said, they're moving away from the Snyderverse, so it seemed like everything was brighter. But yeah, his hair. That I wasn't ready for the hair. For him to actually have the curl because he hadn't had it before,
Yeah.
like that. So for them to actually do it, kind of like paying tribute to like the original. So for them to actually have that, and then, but yeah, suit was brighter. I like it. Yeah, I hope that that would end up going as a little bit brighter as far as the DC movies.
Did you I was trying to. I wish I could go back and look at. Oh, I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the movie and see it again.
Mm.
Was his eyes blue? They look a little blue to you?
I missed that. I missed that one. I was mainly taking everything else,
Yeah.
but yeah, I missed the eyes.
I think his.
Per-
I think his eyes were blue, man. I'm not 100% sure. I just feel like they were blue. But if that's the
Yeah,
case, like okay, they really trying to change this thing up, man, and make him actual the Superman from the comics and all that stuff. So
yeah, yeah. Hmm. If they did, that'd be fantastic. Because yeah, that's just paying attention to details. I mean,
yeah,
you have all this source material, so why go away from it? I understand like some storylines you can change up on, but you still have the meat and potatoes of Superman and Batman and everybody. So you can change up some things here and there, just so that to bring people out and to surprise people. But the small details like that, I think you should keep consistent. The blue eyes, curl, little, brighter colors as well,
yeah.
other than the black suit.
Also liked Black Adam's final suit at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
More accurate to the new 52
yeah,
Black Adam suit. So I like that one too, man.
yeah,
Man, look like they head in the right direction, man. It's about time. I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of like a losing franchise. You weren't gonna always lose forever. Eventually, they're gonna win it at some point.
Exactly, exactly.
I'm happy for the DCU. Definitely proud
Mm-hmm,
to be part of the fandom.
mm-hmm,
To see them in the direction that they're going.
yeah,
Like I said, Black Adam, guys. If you have not seen it, if you're watching this, you probably have seen it. But if
yeah,
you haven't seen it, I recommend that you go see it.
yeah.
I loved it. Let's go ahead and get to them scores, man. What was the score? What did you give the score out of 10?
I get a 8.5.
Ooh,
Definitely gonna see it again. To it just makes it was a good one. It didn't have me attached emotionally just yet, like a lot of the other movies do. But it's a new character and going into it. But I think 8.5 is good for me.
I'm gonna echo your sentiment, man. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay.
I love the action in the movie. Listen, Kondak is like completely trash now, bro. They tried
Yeah,
that whole entire city, man.
yeah,
Like I said, I like the action. The action really carried the movie. I like the chance to kind of go back and revisit these characters like
hmm,
Cyclone or Atom Smasher. Uh, don't feel like I know Atom Smasher was kind of like the groundedness of the show.
yeah.
Oh, that's another thing too. Let me go back to the negative, man. Uh, I did not like the kid in the movie. Some of his acting was a little stale.
Yeah.
It was,
The son kid.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I, I didn't like it. Um, I like to have. I was okay with the way they changed his origin from the
Mm-hmm.
because it pretty much drew from the New 52 origin. Um, in the New 52, he got the powers from his nephew.
Mm-hmm.
But what he did was when his nephew called out Shazam, he jumped in front of the lightning bolt and he got the power and then turned around and killed his nephew. So in this one, it was his son. He was about to die. His son gave him his power, and then an assassin ended up killing the son. And that's when, like you said at the beginning of the show, that's when he kind of flipped. He started
Yeah.
killing out everybody or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, like I said, I love the movie. Definitely gonna go
Yeah.
see it again. 8.5 out of 10 for me too, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you got anything else you want to add, man, before we wrap it up?
Uh, no, it was a good one. I'm just happy like DC looks like they're headed in a good direction finally. Starting to string some wins together. Hey, DC does well, everybody wins, and Marvel does well, everybody wins. So just for hopefully with DC doing well, this will force Marvel to step their game up.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Would have ever
That's
thought we would say was Marvel to step their game up.
yeah. They just keep them from getting
Shots at
lazy.
the shots to Phase 4.
Yeah. Just saying they it's, I feel like the competition is needed.
Yeah,
I
because
think at this point it's needed.
if you're doing good, like say we're both battling for something,
Hmm.
it ain't gonna be too much of a competition if you're winning and I'm not doing
Yeah,
anything. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Then that means that you're gonna get comfortable with what you're doing. So if I
Hmm.
start doing good, it's gonna make you want to step your game up.
Hmm.
Step your game up. Hold on, I can step mine up too. Up,
Exactly.
step yours up, and step mine back up. It's gonna like
Exactly.
you said, all tide raise all ships. So
Yep.
and that's just how it works, man. Here in the because a lot of people don't understand. The general audience looks at they might understand that you got DC and you got Marvel, but
Hmm.
they also don't understand that all comic book movies are looked at as the same.
Yep.
So if you start stringing a lot of bad movies and shows and stuff in a row, people gonna start getting fatigued and not want to go watch anything else. I don't care if it's from DC, from Sony,
Yep.
Paramount, whatever. They're not gonna want to see that because I've had too many bad experiences with these. I don't want to go see these. So yeah, you're right, man.
Exactly. Exactly. It's huge.
All right, man. Listen, guys. Like we said, if you guys want to go ahead and comment down below, let us know what you give this movie out of 10. Give us a ring on that. Also, guys, if you are new to the channel, if you're into geek content like we are, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so for whenever we drop a new video, you guys will know. So hit that like button too, guys. That'll help us go a long way. It'll go a long way, more than you know. So it will help us. Don't cost you anything, just one little blip of a button. All right, guys. With all that being said, it is your boy Real,
It's your boy Will.
and we will be back here, guys, very very soon.
Yeah.
Eat. All right, no. We'll catch you guys here again very very soon. Yes, sir.